was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's no use. We're overrun. Go on. I'll only slow you down. It's all right. You're a better soldier than I ever was.
You promised on our first day of training. You can't die now. You can't.
Quick, get down before they see us here. The last thing we need is to get ourselves seen and shot by these garrote cretins. Oh, it's you again. Do you follow trouble around, or is it vice versa? What are you doing here? Do you want something? Well, I was technically one of the more battle-ready folks in Thirdborn, so I got dragged along. No offense to Paradise, but I think I'm ready to go home now. But you have heard of me. Well, seems like you're busy and I've really got to get back to hiding, so... Good luck, Envoy. If you need me, please don't.
What do you want, Envoy? A deer in the steel garrote will regret ever laying eyes on the living lands. We have to. If Adir triumphs here, they'll sweep through the rest of the living lands. All of us must be free, or none of us are. Marius, I'm proud to have known you. You've come so far.
We all have, Matur. Just to die here. Isn't that something?
I can see Death's shadow hanging over us all. But that's no matter. Some things are worth dying for.
Some things, sure. I'm starting to think that list is longer than I imagined.
Give the steel garrote the end they deserve.
I was worried for a moment, but you proved my fears misplaced.
If you're wounded, find a place to lie down. Someone will get to you before you bleed out. If I seem distracted, I apologize. I'm tending to the fallen, as you can see. I've seen plenty of her handiwork, though she doesn't leave much to sew back together. Unfortunately, my hands are full with the dying and the dead, and there's too many of both. If I don't get any sleep, I might be the next casualty. I didn't learn this trade so I could harm people. Still, I can't just let the city fall. Maybe I'll see you out there, for better or worse.
I guess those at the front will be happy to have a healer close by.
How's Casagrada?
As prepared as he'll ever be.
Who knows? Maybe all this will make a hero out of him.
We don't need more heroes. We need everyone to come back alive.
I'll give you that. Just be ready.
Gods, that's a lot of bodies.
So, the roots are here too. Fine by me. They'll make a good vantage point.
It's about time Fior stepped up to defend the rest of the living lands.
I've got to protect someone out there. For Belena's sake.
Giata, where have you been?
Where haven't I been? I journeyed to the heart of the living lands, where time held its breath, and dreams had more substance than reality.
May I see it?
Not if you value your life.
Envoy, I knew you'd show up eventually.
How is Emerald Stair? More importantly, how are you?
Thriving on both counts, I'm happy to report. My revenants were very happy in Paradise until the steel garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the undead. So I gathered the flock. Not to worry, I can always bring them back to fight another day. I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the steel garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not need them. Oh, and I've been meaning to thank you. Whatever you did in the garden seems to have worked. Emerald Stair is healing, believe it or not. Once this is over, our crops will flourish like never before. Of course. Don't let me keep you. Best of luck out there. And don't worry about a thing. My flock will keep us safe and secure.
Thank you, Elia. My compliments to the flock, as always.
Enjoy your creepy corpse friends, or whatever.
Enjoy the time with your flock, dearie.
Oh, Envoy. How good to see you here as we stand together at the brink of this historic event. Thank you again for your help back in the archives. Paradise burns from the torches of the steel garrote. The people of the living lands stand ready to defend their home. Me? No. All I can do is record what happens today. But nevertheless, whatever the outcome of the upcoming battle, do not forget us. I fear that more than our deaths. If Adir and the steel garrote have their way, they'll strip the history books of any mention of our culture and our ways. Future generations will only ever know us as an appendage of the Empire. I hope it doesn't come to that. Only if that is all you've ever known. We can agree to disagree, I suppose. That's as much as I'll say. You have a role in deciding what happens next. Do the right thing, Envoy. Let history remember you for the correct reasons.
Envoy! Envoy! Envoy!
Should I even try to speak with her?
We're all doomed!
A familiar face. We meet again, Envoy. And you, Yardsley. You're always a prodigious and welcome sight.
Oh, yes. Always a pleasure to see you, too.
Paradise burns, thanks to Ludwine and the Steel Garrote laying siege to it. But the Dream Scourge is gone.
She must have come back to life. Again. I suppose we couldn't be lucky enough for her to stay dead.
It's remarkable how hard you mortals fight for causes that'll be forgotten within centuries. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably, if minimally, changed by your actions. Envoy, please. You know there's no point lying to me. I'm here because I'm curious about what you'll do in this moment. Empires die, legends are forgotten. Sorry, but you mortals truly are inconsequential in the long run. The end of a god is a complicated thing. It may take centuries for the repercussions to fully reveal themselves. Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've made the right choice. Ah, that mortal zeal. Always so fun. We will see if you're correct. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With luck, it won't end with you also on fire. Mortal comforts are so very adorable. All you desire are your base needs lavishly fulfilled. Goodbye, Envoy. And Yardsley, I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to work with you.
Yes, of course. I look forward to working with you.
Strike like you mean it. All together now. When we strike as Pargrunen, we strike as one. Trust your comrades, and you will lead each other to victory. The time for standing by is over.
I can't wait.
Envoy!
You should get some sleep. Big day coming up. Right. Things feel different now. Wrong, somehow. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness. Duke de Dragu, Envoy, I'm not afraid. I'm a guide and a hunter, not a soldier. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for, what? A concept of how things ought to be? We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradise until the island decides it's time for a change. It's fine, really. But it's Bleste Saka when you think about it. Nope, not if I have anything to say about it. I'll be all right, Envoy. You go get some Bleste rest.
Can't sleep? Neither can I. We're going into battle for the soul of the living lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradise Militia. Your Emperor will not be pleased. Since politics invaded my home, when a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The Adirans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is the first time you were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last. Only a little bit. Just enough to keep me up at night. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your head with lies if you let him. A mercenary to the end. Well, at least I can say I tried. We should prepare. I can't help but feel like time is running out. Is it really that obvious? No matter who wins or loses, the living lands won't be the same. In my heart, I know that's a good thing. Life is impossible without change. And change can be frightening. I just want to put this behind us. I want it to be over. In truth, I'm not as worried as I used to be. I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. Formulating a theory, you might say. A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Stubbornness, unfinished business, that sort of thing. Ludwig is held together by faith, and that may be her undoing. If only it were that simple. Faith is the foundation of her reality. Faith in the righteousness of the gods. But according to her faith, Sapadal should not exist. A new god independent of hers? Blasphemy. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. And yet here you are. Yes, but she's weaker than she knows. If not in body, then in spirit. You are the godlike of a heretical god, a contradiction to her reality. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Her entire worldview depends on it. Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again. Or maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Whatever happens, I want to see it for myself. For the research. Pleasant dreams. We should take a moment to acknowledge what happened back there. You killed a god. The god of the living lands. Your god. How does it feel? You deserve a little peace of mind. What a loss. But to exist is not always a kindness.
There is peace in death for those who knew none in life. Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that everything's changed, I'm curious what will happen. We cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions. Anytime. Let's hope it all works out in the end, because the other gods aren't coming to answer our prayers. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for our little camp. We're not finished yet. For that, I'm grateful. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it. Until next time. Pleasant dreams.
I swore I'd try to keep the envoy alive. Doesn't change just because I think he's making a huge mistake.
I can think of worse things than a little normalcy. Are you that worried about a pact with Adir?
Look, I don't give a skiff of Sokka for politics. Doesn't make a ton of difference what flag they fly over Paradise. But Adir, that's something different. That's not politics. It's inviting a predator to dinner and hoping they like the salad.
And roll! Roll 10! Roll 10! Roll 10! And raw! Down you! Up 10! Eon Seek! Stand! Earth raw!
Let's get this!
Roll 10! Eon Seek! Up 10!
Don't worry about the eastern gate. I'll protect your back.
Well, that was fun.
Lead the way.
Quiet.
Envoy, what are you doing here? I thought you left town weeks ago. You can tell me when we make it out of this. I saw a few on my way here. I imagine they've been waiting for this to happen for a long time. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were you. Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it. Suit yourself. I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garot a long time ago. But, well, you're here now. That's what matters. Good luck.
Envoy! I doubted I'd ever see you again. I imagine I could guess what brings you back to Paradise. I must thank you once again for bringing me the Luminous Adra so long ago. Oh no, my friend. I have learned my lesson about seeking out ingredients that could get other people killed. With some creative exploration, I was able to refine the Adra into a poultice that heals wounds at a fantastic rate. Asking for handouts, are we? To be honest, I doubt my humble ointment could compare to anything you carry in your pack. And I doubt it could so much as dull the pain of the wounds you've seen since we last spoke. I know you have much to do in town, so I'll let you go. Thank you again for everything.
someone there. Stop right after them.
Take worth and Roll 10. Young Seek.
Heal yourself. Here they go.
Roll 10.
See honor.
Roll 10. Eon Seek.
Oh, right there.
Take north and roll. Roll 10. Roll 10. Roll 10. Roll 10.
I'll let you have that one.
Roll 10. Roll 10. Eon Seek. Found Eon Seek. And raw. Left 10. Roll 10. And raw. Roll 10.
Envoy over here. What exactly do you think you're doing? You nearly died in my clinic. Correction, you did die. And now look at you, fighting the steel garrote. What have you got to say for yourself? That's the worst excuse I've ever heard, and believe me, I've heard it all. We're patching up folks as best we can, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. War is a damn bloody mess. Much appreciated. Gods be with you, Envoy. For my sake, try not to die a second time.
Wonderful advice. Let's try to follow. Shall we?
Envoy, it's good to see you fighting on the right side of history. Out of curiosity, what turned you against the Steel Garrote? I can respect that. You know the Steel Garrote a lot better than we do. Their coordination is damn impressive. Any advice? That's the best you've got? Well, thanks, I suppose. Feel free to do whatever you do best, just stay out of our way. We've got a city to take back.
What would they do without your sage guidance?
Up 10! Up 10!
That'll teach you!
Up 10! And rough!
You can't hide.
Up 10!
Envoy! You look to the right side of history.
Up 10! Seek! Up 10!
We've taken the main plaza. I'll stay behind. Just don't do anything foolish.
For our freedom!
Wodeca demands your submission. Stand. Stand again. Kingston and fall.
Get ready. Skeleton ladies up ahead. This is it, Envoy. The only part that matters.
Let's make sure she stays dead. All right, dearie.
There you are! So, you survived the garden. Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time? So you say. But you can't kill me in a way that hasn't been tried already. Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand. Gladly. Why prolong the inevitable? Farewell, Envoy.
Famous last words.
You won't be missed, Ludwig.
You showed such promise, Envoy. What a shame it has to end.
Let's go. Take her down. Again.
Come on! Let's kill her off! One last time!
Eckworth and Roth. Go up 10. Move 10. Go up 10. Go up 10. Go up 10.
Eckworth and
Go up 10.
Oh, that's hot.
Go up 10. Listen, raw. Listen, raw. Go up 10. Go up 10.
Eckworth and
Go up 10. Listen, Roth. Go up 10. Listen. Go up 10. Go up 10. Listen, Go 10. Go up 10. Hulu 10. Go up 10. Go up 10. Eckworth and Roth. Go up 10. Eckworth and Roth.
Again! Monica! Help me! One last time! Go up 10!
Roll 10. Then roll. Take worth and roll. Roll 10. Then roll.
Check the right.
Roll 10. Worth and roll. Roll 10. Worth and roll. Seek.
There you are! Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than So, look around. He failed. Order is meant. Glad. You. What a shame it has to end like.
Watch yourself. Let's take her down. Again.
Come on, let's kill her though. One last time.
Take worth and roll. Roll 10. Roll 10. Worth and roll!
Whoa! Queen among queens! Send me your aid!
Right, skeletal foreman! Thanks for help from Thama!
Whoa, the guy's done with you, Luke.
Worth and roll! Roll 10! Roll 10! And roll! Beyond seat! Roll 10! Roll 10!
Just a minute.
Worth and roll! Roll 10! Roll 10! It burns! Take worth and roll! Take worth and roll! Roll 10! Roll 10! seek! Throw up 10! Throw up 10! Beyond seek! Worth and wrong! Seek! Up 10! Up 10! Worth and wrong! Grow up 10! Worth and wrong! Luthen! Throw up 10! And roll! Worth and roll! Throw up 10! Again! Wounded! Help me! One last time! Grow up 10! Grow up 10! Grow up 10! Worse and wrong! Make worth and wrong! Worth and wrong! You have!
That's all right.
Ethic worth and wrong! Worth and wrong! Throw up 10! Throw up 10! Beyond seek! Throw up 10! Luthen! Beyond seek! Throw up 10! Throw up 10! Beyond seek! Throw up 10! Luthen! Throw up 10! Worth and wrong! Seek! Worth and wrong! Throw up 10! Throw up 10! Take Worth and Rock! Throw up 10! Worth and Rock! Throw up 10! Throw up 10! Eon Seek!
Can't do that. I love this.
Whitworth and Roth! Go up 10! Worth and Roth! Go up 10!
Wherever Ludwine is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for. But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Silence falls over Paradise, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. There is an absence in your thoughts where Sapadal dwelled. Once, the god of the living lands would have flinched at this rare moment of tranquility. Instead, they are one with the silence. The Paradise militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The dream scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the origin of the plague has been destroyed, put out of its misery, and leave it at that. With your guidance, the Living Lands becomes a vassal of the Adiran Empire. In exchange for their taxes and soldiers, the free settlements are protected from future attacks. The fight for survival is over. The rebels of Paradise are not so fortunate. Over the years, more of their hidden sanctuaries are rooted out by the Emperor's soldiers, until they have nowhere left to run. They flee, or perish. The refugees of Emerald Stair find a cold welcome in the city of Paradise. Animancy is frowned upon, but their knowledge of agriculture is highly valued. The first bountiful harvest improves relations. In time, the people of Emerald Stair return to their city of Fior Messiverno. Animancy still has a place in the Living Lands, but the Empire's disapproval gets in the way of progress. Their work is slow, but unstoppable. Though Adir has promised that the Living Lands will retain their autonomy, not everyone in Shatterscarp trusts the Empire. But many Adiran ships sail into the Graveroom's ports, bearing fine linens and aged wines. These ease the painful memory of the day Reengrim culled their people. The loss of both the keep and her oldest friend drive Mihala into a grief so absolute that she cannot face the world or her own people. But the Pargrunen rally around their leader by focusing upon a single endeavor, building a new settlement from the ruins of the old one. Inspired by her people, Mihala returns to herself and to her seat at the council. The doors of this new settlement slowly inch open, a tentative welcome to the once forsaken world. When Kai returns to Thirdborn, he's no longer running. He finds a town that's been diminished by struggle, conflict, and tragedy. He finds home. He helps repair Thirdborn's walls and train its defenders, carrying on Tama's legacy. And while his labors do not restore all that was lost, they build something new. With his travels alongside the envoy complete, Marius is left directionless once again. Rather than disappearing into his cups, however, Marius leans on his time among his companions to give him the strength to re-enter society and find comfort in civilization. He establishes a route between Paradise and Thirdborn, guiding travelers between the two in return for money and supplies. And while he has a reputation for being aloof, he joins the campfires from time to time, sharing stories of his time with the envoy that most travelers believe are completely made up. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the living lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors spread of a secret society gathering in the wilderness, where animancers work in harmony with nature. The dream of Fiormes Iverno lives on in her. Unable to pass up the opportunity, Yatsley takes her place beside Reengrim. Under the tutelage of the Archmage of Terror, Yatsley sees her own power grow beyond her wildest expectations. But Reengrim is a strict master, and the visits to Quilici slow to a stop over the years, leaving her with her grimoire and a pile of letters to warm her in her twilight years. Alone in your thoughts, you feel endless opportunities stretching out before you. This is the freedom Sapadal never had. You promise to cherish it. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.